welcome back to another video, and you join me underneath this engine that I stripped. We are putting it back together, we're attempting, and I'll put a new piston in, where I'm just going to torque this up 55 newton and 90 degrees. So I'm going to get that done, and then I'll show you what we've got to do, what we've got to put back together. So if you haven't already, think about subscribing, click that subscribe button there, tick the notification bell. Go and check out my last video, that was loads of electrical faults. Hopefully you'd enjoy that. And yeah, we better get cracking. So there's our new piston. We need to take the con rod out of here, circle it there, circle it the other side, push the gudgeon pin through. So these pistons have got marks on them, and see where it says front there, so we're front facing the engine. We're going to use our clamp it down and get it knocked in. One, two new pistons in. Not a bad job. The clamping tool there wasn't exactly the right one, but we make do what we've got to do. There's our front sign there, face forward. Now just got to get the connecting cap on, and we should be all good. So knobhead here has only ordered one gasket. What a tit! Even I did put one set. Either way, pistons are in now. Heads currently being cleaned. 2 gaskets on this for one head. We're gonna have to resume this tomorrow when the head gasket arrives, but just gonna clean everything up, clean all the manifolds up, ready for it to go back together. So we're slowly getting there. So here's our new head. We're gonna stick the valve stems in here now, put all these on, and then we'll put our new valves in after that. So we've got our valve stem seals in. Now it's just a case of putting our new valves in. Let's get cracking. So here are our new valves. You can't get them mixed up because of the exhaust size. If I put that in the exhaust side, and get it in, miles too small. So I'm going to get a pot of oil. I should dip them in the pot of oil, and then we'll put them in. Put all the valves in first, and then we'll put all the collars and that on after.
Close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase.
So for anyone who isn't sure, for putting valves together, it comes with a valve, comes with a top hat, 2 collets and a valve string. And I'll show you how to put it together.
50 mile per hour. So looking the first, freezing cold weather or the rain in the week. It's a tough one. I'd rather some sunshine than I've got a friend on the way 40 days. The 15 impression, he was a big fan of cars. It's all about a very famous American car. However, the song's about something very, very different. See if you can work it out.
At Argos, playtime just got cheaper. With unmissable savings of up to half price on selected toys, including top brands like Barbie, Hot Wheels, Low Surprise, Louis, and many more. There's more to Argos. Subject to availability, a big day or an early start inevitably means you have a rubbish night's sleep. It's like a law or something.
So let the new mood-boosting fragrance of Radox Feel Awake Sea Minerals and Thermal Shower Gel invigorate you. Day ahead, we're coming for you. At least until the mid-afternoon slump. Feel refreshed with Radox. Like some kind of pizza ninja, Domino's are slicing their prices. Domino's price tags. Small pizzas now 8 quid, medium now 10 quid, and large now 12 quid. A great deal, whichever way you slice it. It's 22nd October 23. Minimum delivery spend restrictions and charges apply. T's and C's, Domino's.co.uk.
What's a skill you really wish you'd learned earlier? Cooking? DIY? What about being good with money? Help your children learn money skills with Kite, the debit card for kids by Starling Bank. They get get an app to track their balance and practice budgeting, but the card is also linked to your account. You'll notify when they spend, and you can set spending limits.
So, we've got that on here now. We have our 2 little collets here. So what we're going to do is, I'm going to put that in here. It might be better off. So, got our washer in. Like that. Spring. So it's easier with the talking, it's like that, in, just around like a circle. Right, so I've done my 80 and 150 now, and now it's 90 degrees, so I've marked here, marked it there and there for 90 degrees, so when that part of the bolt gets round to there, it's 90 degrees, and we've got to do it 3 times for each bolt. So I'm on my last set of 90s, it's 3 of them, so 80, 150, 90 degrees, 90 degrees and 90 degrees. It's hard work, but I'm doing it fair. That's the head now torqued down, you can see the markings. I did the 90 degrees, so it's all torqued. Now it's just inlet and exhaust manifolds to put on, and turbo and all that sort of jazz. So I'm going to stick this coolant pipe on first. Just goes on the head, it's just because I've got some gaskets on it and a little dog bone, little rubber bush in there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to leave these bolts loose for now, just everything loose till I know where everything needs to be and it's in the right order. So yeah, all the gaskets are in anyway. Now it's a case of putting the exhaust manifold on now. I've got new bolts, new shoulders to put on, so we'll get them in now, get it bolted up. Manifold is on, it's all loosely bolted at the minute. and now we're just going to bolt the turbo up, get that all line in place, get everything lined in place before we fully bolt it properly so we know everything's right. So this was pretty awkward. It's that pipe at the bottom, the oil return pipe was very awkward to get back on at the time and just to line everything up, but managed to do it in the end. Manifold is, all the bolts are loose, turbo top part's insecure, it's secure, these are all loose, got to be tightened. So yeah, it's just having everything loose so we know where everything goes and we can move it all about if we need to. So yeah, just oil feed return pipe to get on now. So what I'm going to do now is get all the rockers in, everything like that, push rods, get all them in now and get ready to put it all top and back together. So here was just getting the rockers, forgot to put the push rods in, like donut, so I took it all back off, put my push rods in and yeah, stick the rocker back on and line it all up properly. So I've got the rockers all in, we're just torquing them all down, get everything all lined up, bit of oil on the push rods and yeah, get it all torqued down. New injector pipes to go in. So all the fuel lines are on, fuel side is pretty much done, a few bits to tidy up and that, but this side is pretty much there ready. Got to put the intercooler pipe back on, but this side will be done. So now it's about setting these valves now. 50 inlet, 0.5 inlet, 0.5 exhaust. So time like this, we're going to get this adjusted. So I've got 1 and 4 pistons up. So number 4 I found is on the rock, so I'm going to adjust number 4. Now if you're not sure what on the rock means both these valves are shut at the same time. So both these, you'll see them all level and you'll see that one's just off. So we'll adjust that one. So like any adjusting valves, they weren't too bad to do. The wiring limit at the back was a bit awkward to get your feeler gauges in, but they weren't too bad. And then once you've done all that, just as anything, I'd go and nip all the nuts round and make sure the nuts are all tight. You don't want them coming loose. So what I'm going to do now is turn it back over again, get these 2 pistons at the top and then find out which one was right. So number 4 should ideally probably number 2. Best bit. So head's on, it's torqued up, valves are adjusted, rocker cover's on, all these pipes are pretty much on, a few little bits and bobs. Gonna get the sump on in a minute, fill it up with oil, fill it up with water and try and start it, so we'll see how we get on with that. Right, it's time to put the sump gasket on and then we'll get ready to put some fluids in this and hopefully I'll get started very soon. So we pretty much built everything up, a couple of little bits to do I know, but majorly we can get it started. So we're going to change the oil filter, fill it up with some oil, fill it up with some coolant, prime it, see if it starts, see how it runs. That is the main question. So let's change this oil filter and then we'll give it a turn over. There we have it, all running. Sounds really good. I don't know what it's like on camera, but it idles lovely. So that's a couple of days work and stripping it and doing all the valves, doing all that sort of stuff, all the timing, pistons, bottom ends, everything like that. So I'm really happy about how it's turned out. And yeah, like I said, I've never worked on one of these before, but a bit of have a go at it and it's what you can do. So yeah, really pleased with it. So yeah, weren't too bad to do. Obviously, didn't get to film absolutely everything, but you saw the major bits of what needed doing and everything. So yeah, it was a nice job. I enjoyed doing it. I'm glad it run well, and it did. It sounded really good, to be fair. First on start up, I had to charge the battery a little bit, pump the primer a little bit, and then it went straight away. So I hope you've enjoyed the video. Still plenty filming every day, still keeping the content going. Hope you're all enjoying it still. If you haven't already, anything about subscribing, I'd really appreciate it. And yeah, I hope you all have a great week, and I'll see you all for the next one.